Welcome everyone. Today let's answer some scientific reasons from Okay, so first question is lemon or tamarind is used for cleaning copper vessels turns greenish. So we have seen in our chapter metallurgy that when copper is reacted with the atmosphere, so what happened, a greenish, this is a layer of a corrosion which forms over a surface of the vessel. Okay, so let's answer the reason. Okay, so when copper reacts with carbon dioxide which is present in the air to form a copper carbonate, that is CuCO3, and this is why the greenish layer forms over a copper vessels, and as a result copper loses its shiny brown surface, or we can say copper loses its luster, forming a green layer of a copper carbonate. So this is basically the destruction of the copper metal or copper vessel. And the citric acid which is present in the lemon or tamarind neutralizes the basis copper carbonate and dissolves the layer, and that is why therefore tarnish means when a thin layer, a greenish layer forms over a copper vessel. This is a tarnish. Okay, so tarnished copper vessels are cleaned with lemon or tamarind juices to give luster to the surfaces of the copper vessel. So we can use the tamarind or lemon juice for clean the copper vessels, tarnished copper vessels. And next question is, generally the ionic compounds have high melting point. Now what is ionic compounds? The compound which are formed by positively charged cation and negatively charged anion with the help of electrostatic force of attraction. It is known as an ionic compound. Now let's answer the reason. Okay, so here you can observe the two types of ionic compound. First is NaCl, that is sodium chloride, which is made up of positively charged sodium cation and negatively charged chlorine ion. Okay, and second is a magnesium hydroxide, which is made up of magnesium cation and hydroxide ammonia anion. So ionic compounds are composed of cations and anions which are oppositely charged, that is positive and negative, and these compounds are held together by a strong electrostatic force of attraction between oppositely charged ions. So here electrostatic force of attraction between the oppositely charged cations and anions is very strong. Okay, and to overcome these forces, that is to overcome the electrostatic forces, a considerable amount of energy is needed. That means more amount of energy needed to break the strong electrostatic force of attraction between the two different ions. Okay, and therefore the ionic compounds have high melting points. Okay, now next is why sodium is always kept in kerosene. So on the screen you can observe the bottle of a sodium kept in a kerosene. Okay, so why this is kept in kerosene? We know that sodium metal is highly reactive metal, and if we keep, and it reacts vigorously with oxygen and water. That means if the sodium metal will kept as it is reacting with oxygen like air and water, so it will vigorously start reacting with the environment, that is oxygen and water, and a lot of heat is generated in this reaction, and hence it can react with water vapor and oxygen present in the air. So that is why it is stored in kerosene to avoid this violent reaction. That means if we keep the sodium metal in the kerosene, the huge amount of energy will not be generated. So this is a explosive type of a reaction when the sodium metal will be kept in contact with air and water. So to avoid this, it is this metal kept in kerosene. Okay, now next give reason is pine oil is used in froth flotation. So student, we have studied the flotation process in the electrolytic, in the concentration extraction of a metal. Okay, so what is this froth flotation? So the froth flotation method is based on the opposite properties, hydrophilic and hydrophobic, of the particles. Okay, so just if you want this, just go through my description box, you will get the link of this video about froth flotation method. Okay, so why this is so? Here the pine oil is used in froth flotation because the pine oil is added in the froth flotation method to create froth or bubbles so that the metal can be purified easily, because pine oil prevents the ore from gangue. Now gangue means the impurity which is present in the ore, okay, from the gangue for further mixing. And pine oil also acts as the best substances for forming the froth for the minerals, and it also increases the non-wettability of mineral particles, and because of all these three reasons pine oil is used in the froth flotation. Okay, next is anodes. Now anodes is negatively charged, okay, ions. So anodes need to be replaced from time to time during the electrolysis of alumina. Why? So here we have the electrolytic reduction of the metal alumina. Okay, so here in this type of a reaction, what happened, in the electrolysis of alumina, graphite rod is used as the anode, and you can observe the 3 graphite rod are used as the anode in the electrolytic reduction of alumina. Okay, and during the electrolytic reduction of alumina, aluminum is produced at cathode. Okay, you can observe the cathode, which is a graphite lining. Okay, and oxygen gases evolve at the anode, and this gas reacts with the graphite rods which acting as the anode and forms carbon dioxide, it is CO2, and thus the graphite rods are continuously eroded, and hence the graphite rods, that is anodes, be replaced from time to time during the electrolysis of fused alumina. So student, that's it for today's video. I hope you all have understood all the scientific reason. Thank you.